Moving on, we have the two 5-packs. In my right hand, this is the Desert Pack, and this is the Jungle Pack. And as I said before, the Island Pack is unavailable so far from what I can tell. So, don't really know where the point of entry is on these, but let me try to cut them open. So I cut it open, and here are the 5 vehicles. So the names aren't on the back, but I believe that they are on the bottom of each car. So we'll see if we can get into focus and see which each name of each car is. So let's take a look at this first, and we have the Sahara Survivor. And as I said before, these are vehicles that Matchbox has repurposed from their other lines to make into Jurassic World vehicles. So they weren't designed like something like this would have been with Jurassic World in mind. So it's supposed to be a desert type vehicle, Jurassic World logo there, a little bit of DNA that they were able to fit on the front, but not a lot of room for decals. Got the wheel and then some seating and some supplies in there. Doesn't really look like a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World vehicle, but all right, next up, we've got this little vehicle, and it's got the Jurassic World decal on the doors. It is called the Volkswagen Type 181, and kind of a matte finish on it. It says D5. Looks like a little bit of a luxury vehicle. A little bit better than this one. I could picture John Hammond with the top down, kind of driving around, checking up on the park. Still not a traditional Jurassic Park or Jurassic World looking vehicle. Alright, let's see. Next up. Ooh, this is an ugly one. It says Jurassic World Isla Nublar on the front with 3 colored stripes. This is called the Sahara Sweeper. And this one's a little bit of a stretch for me. I could maybe picture these vehicles on the game trail in the Lost World, kind of chasing down dinos, but that's pretty much the only time I could envision these. So I guess I'll have to imagine that these are all from that Lost World game trail for kind of tracking and hunting dinosaurs. Here's a very little one. This says D3 on it, Jurassic World. It's got the main visitor center from the trailer on that, so that's a different looking emblem than we've seen. Don't have much else to say about it. It's the Baja Bandit. This is a 2-seater little utility vehicle. Again, I could kind of see it on the Jurassic World game trail there. And same thing here. This is really different. D4, got some DNA coating on it with the JW, kind of like a Hummer looking vehicle. I like the orange on this, the matte orange. It's got a real metallic look to it. And this is the Coyote 500. So, in fairness to this pack, it is called the Desert Pack. But the vehicles are really not Jurassic World. They don't really look Jurassic World or Jurassic Park themed. I guess, like I said, I'll have to imagine that there's something to do with, hunting on the game trail, but that's a little bit of a stretch, and pretty much this is an average set of cars. All right, so we're gonna open up the Jungle Pack. Get this open here. The Jungle Pack, and I have a little bit higher hopes for this. Looks better than the Desert Pack already. Start at the bottom. This one looks actually pretty cool. This is called the Hummer H2 SUV Concept. Look at that. This is really nice. It says Hummer right in the back there. I don't know if that'll focus, but yeah, it's got it looks like the Indominus Rex on the side, JW, DNA all over it. and Jurassic World. And this is nice because it had you know, a lot of room to put decals on. Some of these other vehicles had barely any room to kind of turn into Jurassic World vehicles, so I like this one a lot. Next up, this is the Sahara Survivor. And hold on a second. Looks pretty similar to this one. Still didn't find much room for any Jurassic World symbols, but this is the same car from the Desert Pack, just with a different paint scheme. This is for tracking down dinos in the jungle. Ooh, I don't know about this one. So this is the Jungle Crawler. DNA, some gas tanks, big JW on the side. But I think this, again, is a little bit of a stretch for a Jurassic World vehicle. I can't really imagine this cruising through the jungle looking for dinosaurs. This one's decent though. This is a Jeep, so always had a good Jeep's always had a good relationship with the Jurassic World franchise. Got the DNA, J3, Jurassic World, Jeep right there, 4 seats, nice green frame on it. This one's a little bit better, but this I could actually see, you know, driving around Jurassic World. And finally, we got a little vehicle here. Oh yeah, they did find a spot to put Jurassic World right where you would sit, and J4, but this red and tan is a little bit reminiscent of the original film, and I don't, maybe I'm missing it, but I don't even see a name for this thing. So I'm sure Matchbox collectors know this vehicle well, but this is a small little utility four-wheeler, kind of drive around the park. So here's the jungle set, and I would say it's slightly better than the Desert Pack. The vehicles look a little bit more like something you would see in Jurassic World. Really no standout one from the Desert Park that I love, but I really do like this Hummer. I think it looks cool just as a Jurassic World vehicle, even though, you know, may not work in the park. And these vehicles, just by the color scheme alone, look like it's something that could be used in the park. So finally we have this Mission Force pack, and it's got obviously something different with the flying vehicles and some exclusive vehicles here. These look different than anything else I've opened, but this, I believe, is a repaint. So let's get this thing open and see what these look like up close. That came out nice and easily. All right, so first up, the travel tracker. And we had this before in the individually carded ones. Was one of my favorites, with all that detail on the top and the seating, back-to-back seating. Different decals and paint on this one. This is silver and blue, so staying in line with Jurassic World themed colors. We've got some dinosaurs, some DNA, and then the Jurassic World logo, and what I loved right there with that motorcycle on the front. So have no problem having a second one of these, one of my favorites so far. Great to have it in the Jurassic World colors. This is a little bit heavier. This is definitely a military style vehicle. It's got camo, it says M4, some big floodlights on the front, it says Jurassic World, and you know, this is obviously military and a Hummer. So this is kind of cool. This is what they have to bring in when, I'm assuming, the Indominus Rex gets loose. This is the type of vehicles that they want to have. And finally, another car very much painted in the Jurassic World colors. some supplies up top, wheel on the back, and this is called, let's see, I'm not sure what this is. I don't see a name on here, but definitely a Jeep. I mean, it must be a Jeep. And O2, oh, there it is, Jeep. It says O2, got a little Jurassic symbol there, and painted in the right color. So this just looks like a vehicle that would be traversing the park. And on to the exciting ones. These are in here a little bit differently. Let's get them both out. So, up first, Isla Nublar Chopper. And that says Molecular Transport, M2. It's got the dinosaur there, and painted in the silver and blue Jurassic World colors. Propellers spin, both of them. And this is called the Mission Chopper. Awesome. This looks as authentic. I'm sure this is a vehicle they've used in the past, but this is as authentic of a Jurassic World vehicle as you can get, and a staple of the movies. Always, you know, helicopters in all the movies. This is a very different looking vehicle, a little bit heavier, got a big hook here. These actually rotate so that I would assume this allows it to go up in a helicopter style, and then this turns it into basically a plane. 05 Jurassic World in the right Jurassic World color scheme. Sky Safari, again, probably not a vehicle from the film, probably something they've used in another line, but definitely looks like it fits into the Jurassic World, especially the modern movies with this cool style. So here's everything lined up. 22 vehicles. We've got the Mission Force, the Jungle Pack, the Desert Pack, and then the individually carted cars. Overall, I think these are really cool. They're fun to have in the collection. Kind of like I said about the smaller dinosaurs, they work, you know, not 100% in scale, but peppered throughout my collection with the small dinosaurs in there, I think is going to be really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to have them. The individually carted cars, I think, are really, really worth it. I think for $1.49, you're getting some really cool looking vehicles that have a very Jurassic World flavor to them, especially, you know, these three right here. This, you know, is very, very Jurassic World. The Desert Pack is probably skippable. The Jungle Pack is slightly better than the Desert Pack. And then the Mission Force is pretty Jurassic World authentic. Looks the most of anything like it's from the new film. So pick up what you like, and if any more Matchbox cars comes out, I'll be reviewing those as well.